Professional Mommy here today to do a requested video for all of you. You guys, today we're going to be talking about my Urban Everyday Carry bag. And for those of you who love packing videos like I do on YouTube, so not only do I make videos, I watch videos. And the Urban Everyday Carry has become a thing. And for a lot of people, the Urban Everyday Carry is like a prepper bag. So it's more like if you're hiking and you get lost and that kind of thing. This video is going to be different. This is my everyday carry. This is if you're a mama, if you're a daddy, if you're a working professional, if you have children, if you just like to go out on your own. But this is a realistic or reasonable everyday carry. This is what I carry all the time with me. Now you're seeing two different bags packed, and the reason is I always have two bags packed at all times. I keep a full backpack packed for my family, so on the weekends when we go out with our girls, my husband and I typically carry a backpack because we're usually gone for many, many hours. So I keep one bag, a bigger bag, usually in the backpack, and I keep a smaller one in my purse. Now I will preface this by saying, you guys, that for those of you who watch my videos, sometimes you'll see me pack like this for my Urban Everyday Carry, and sometimes you'll see me using multiple pouches to carry the exact same thing. And the reason is I have a lot of pouches and pieces. I love to pack with pouches and pieces, and sometimes I'm like, instead of carrying one really cute bag, I'd rather carry 4 really cute bags and use my things. But the items inside do remain the same, and I know a lot of you want a one bag, one pouch everyday carry, so that's what these are. Now this pouch contains the exact same things that this one does, but with a little bit extra, because remember, this is our weekend one. This is the one from when we go out with our girls. This is the one that typically lives in my purse that I have when I don't have my children with me, when I'm doing something for work, when I'm going to the store, when I'm by myself, or when I do have my children, but it's for a very quick outing. So again, this is our family one, and this is my personal, in my purse all the time one. So what you're looking at right now, and again, your pouches, you can use anything to do this, you guys. You don't even have to have a fancy bag. You can use a Ziploc bag. You could use anything that you have, just whatever items you feel keep you prepared and ready to go. Now, this happens to be a Kipling Creativity pouch. It is the regular size. I did attach a strap to it. This is from an extra large Creativity pouch. So this is the standard size Kipling Creativity pouch. And then this right here is an Wallace mini jewelry accordion case, or an accordion jewelry case. And I will link all of these things down in the description box below, along with the items that are inside. So for any of you who want to shop for any of these things, I will make sure that I go ahead and link those down in the description box. But I want to preface this one by saying, if you're not familiar with the Kipling Creativity pouches, they are so good. It's probably my favorite item that Kipling makes. I have so many of them, you guys. And one of my very first videos that did very well on YouTube, we're talking like a decade ago, you guys, was on the different sizes of Kipling Creativity pouches. And as long as you won't judge me, I'll go ahead and link it up in the iCards above and down in the description box below. But do know that that is one of the first videos that I ever did on YouTube, but it is still remains one of my most watched. So I will go ahead and link that, so anybody who's not familiar with the Kipling sizes, you can go ahead and take a look. Sometimes I pack with a larger one. I like the mini ones, the tiny ones for first aid stuff. So they do come in really good sizes, but this happens to be the regular size. And again, this is the Wallace mini jewelry accordion case. This happens to be any color raspberry. It comes in multiple colors. They do make a large version of this, which I love for travel, but I obviously don't use it as an Urban Everyday Carry. Then I use it for makeup and that kind of stuff. So before we get into what's inside each of these bags, I'm going to go ahead and unzip them both side by side, so you can kind of get a look side by side of what they look like fully packed, because as I unpack these, they're going to become a hot mess. So here's the one that I keep in my purse. Again, this is the Wallace accordion pouch. And then right here, this is the Kipling Creativity pouch. So again, this one contains the exact same things that this one does, but more. So we're going to go over that. Let's go ahead and zip this one up. And I'll zip this one back up. Now she's a chunky monkey, and remember I told you I change out which pouches I use to do these things. This is a relatively new acquisition for me. I have just maybe a week ago packed her up like this. She's doing really well. She's packed full, you guys, and her seams look like they're doing really well. We'll have to see over time. And originally I was like, maybe I don't want to pack her this full. I want to keep her pristine. But what I've learned in life, you guys, as I get older, is anything can happen to us at any time. And I have so many things that I'm afraid to use because I don't want them to get damaged. But what's the point of having nice things, you guys, if we don't use them, right? So I'm going to use her, and if she ends up having a problem, then she ends up having a problem. But right now, she's making me happy. She's giving me life. I love seeing this pop of color in my bag. So we're going to go ahead and use her as our Urban Day Carry for right now. This will probably change in 2 weeks. I'll probably pack another pouch, but for right now, this is how we have it going. So we're going to go ahead and unzip her again. And you guys, if you've been here before, you know that I'm wordy. I'm going to try to talk fast. I talk fast already, but I want to go ahead and get through this. And remember, these items I will go ahead and link down in the description box below. So right here, I'm going to show you guys right here. We're going to pull out right here from this front section right here, okay? So right here I have a disposable potty seat cover. I have a feminine wipe. I have a pad. I have a sunscreen. And I have 2 tampons. I always carry a regular and a super with me. Now we're going to be looking right here at this zippered compartment right here. And you guys, this is my left hand. I'm right-handed, so if it looks kind of clunky, it's because I'm using my left hand for this video too. I have a couple sheets of paper and one of my favorite pens, you guys. This is a expandable zebra pen. And it writes, I think, in a 0.38, which is my favorite. So we've gone through this pocket right here and this zipper compartment. This right here is my med section, if you will. So right here, and I love these cases, you guys. I'm gonna link these because I think these are so good. But here I have a full dose of prescription medication for me, a full day's worth of prescription medication inside the little pad. And then I have a set of contacts for myself. And then if you've been watching my videos for any length of time, you've seen these before. We love these. The top part of this is like a super strong Vicks inhaler kind of situation. And the bottom part has eucalyptus oil. We use that for bug bites and itch, anything like that. Now, I'm not a medical professional. Don't take medical advice from me, but that is what we use this for. It works really well. And then I also have right here another one of those same cases, and this has blister pack medication. So I have Nurtec for my migraines, I have Zofran for nausea, I have Imodium, I have Claritin, I have Dramamine for the kiddos. So just really like this to make sure that these things are not going to get smashed. And then right here, this is kind of a continuation on of the med section, this little zippered part right here. And in here I keep powdered Tylenols. Love the powdered Tylenol for on the go. And then right behind that, we have another slip pot. We have another slip section, and I have a pair of expandable scissors. I have used these so many times. They have come in handy so much. So right here is a multi-tool. We haven't used this a whole lot, but it is nice when you do need it. It's a screwdriver, it's a can opener, it's a measurer, it's a wrench. So just really nice to have on the go if you need it. And it's really thin. I mean, it takes up no room. And then I also have an emergency pair of tweezers. And now we're in this zippered compartment right here. And in here, I just have some Purell hand sanitizer packets, some singles, love these. And I have some disposable baggies. Now right here in this section, right behind that zipper compartment is kind of my tooth or oral hygiene area. So I have some of these Scope, or yes, sorry, I keep saying Scope. These are Crest disposable toothbrushes. And my favorite placards, you guys, I love these so much, and they are individually wrapped, which I just feel is a whole lot more hygienic. And now back here in this zippered section, I have a set of hair things for my girls. I do have 2 little girls, and they have very long hair past their behinds, so we have extra hair ties and clips because should their hair come down while we're out, we do need to fix it for them because it's just so much hair. And then back here in this big back section, so the 2 biggest sections again of this bag are this one right here in the front and then a matching one in the back. So this is where back here I keep things I want to grab at really quickly. So I have a Neutrogena face wipe in case I need to wipe my makeup or my sunscreen off and reapply. I have a nail file. I have a children's liquid IV. And you guys, I'm not a huge liquid IV proponent, but my girls do sports. We live in California. It's chronically over 100 degrees, especially this time of the year and into the summer. And our youngest is prone to migraines when she gets dehydrated, and she does get dehydrated a lot, even though she drinks a lot of water. So do carry that with us. And then I have a shout wipe and a glasses cleaner. I normally keep 2 glasses cleaners with me, but I did obviously use one and didn't replenish it. And that's one of these things, you guys, if you have an Urban Everyday Carry bag, if you use something, make sure you are replenishing what you use. The very last thing we have to look at in this pouch is this back zippered compartment right here. And this is where I keep kind of first aid needs. So I have a triple back ointment. I have a series of different Band-Aids by Welly in different sizes. I have these, you guys, these are great. So these are disposable thermometers. They're not as good as obviously a traditional thermometer, but on the go in a pinch, they're gonna let you know if your child has a fever or if you have a fever. And then I have some alcohol prep pads. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a look at this pouch now that it's completely empty so you can see. So we have the slip pocket, the zippered pocket, 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 the slip pocket, and then the final back zippered pocket. Really loving the way this one packs up. But again, you don't need this kind of pouch to do this, you guys. Grab you a sandwich bag, you know, a Ziploc bag. Grab any pouch that you have. You belong to Ipsy, grab one of those Ipsy pouches. Anything that can hold what you need. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the Kipling Creativity Pouch. Now remember, this one lives in our backpacks, our larger bags that we typically carry out on the weekends when we have the whole family with us. I'll give you another look inside before we get started. We're gonna go ahead and start with this front zippered section right here. Right here, these are Olay melts. These are face wash squares. So each one of these little squares, you get them wet and you can wash your face with it. This is the sensitive skin one. These are fragrance-free wipes. This package holds 6 wipes. They come in a pack of 10, so you get 60 wipes from Amazon. Love these. Then we have another one of those top parts, like a really strong Vicks inhaler and the eucalyptus oil on the bottom. Then we have a face sunscreen right here. And I do have one of these Neutrogena wipes in case we don't have access to water and I need to go ahead and wipe off my makeup or my sunscreen and reapply. And you guys, I do carry these. I know a lot of you talk to me about the environment and this and that. You guys, I get skin cancer, particularly on my face. I'm very pasty white. God help me. In college, I ran tanning salons. So I met my husband. I was like 80 shades darker than I am now. He says I was false advertising. It's hilarious. And right here, this is my med pouch. So remember in the other one, I had the 2 little plastic containers that had held stuff. This one is the same things, but all in one, including the powdered Tylenol. So I have a full dose of prescription medication for me. I have my contacts, but I also have contacts for our 9-year-old. Our 9-year-old wears contacts. Now, the other pouch doesn't have stuff for her because she's typically in school wearing her contacts already. So when we're out on the weekends, I do carry a separate set of contacts for her. I have the Claritin, I have the Nurtec, I have the Zofran, I have Imodium, I have Dramamine, and again, the powdered Tylenol. So everything's in one package in this one. And that was what was in that front compartment right here. You guys, I just realized that I did not show you the eye drops. So the eye drops also, they slip down in here. So I do carry a little set of individually wrapped eye drops with me. Now we're gonna go ahead and look at this section right here. So I do have a set of paper. I have another one of those expandable scissors. And this is another expandable pen. It's slightly larger than the other one. It's also made by Zebra. So remember the other one, it was like a click in and out. This one has a cap and it expands to almost a full-size pen. And again, this one writes, I believe, in a 0.38 because that's my preference. And I will again link all this stuff in the description box below. And that stuff was living right here in this slip section right here. Now we're going to move on to this main zippered section right here. And this is kind of my personal hygiene section. So I have the emergency tweezers, I have a feminine wipe, I have a pad, or panty liner to be more accurate, nail file. We've used one of these, but the Crest disposable toothbrushes, some of those micro plackers, love those, and then the 2 tampons. And that was everything that was living in this zippered section right here. Now we have the slip section right behind that zippered pocket, and this is a multi-use tool, but it's a little bit more extensive than the one that we looked at before. So this one has a knife with a screwdriver. I have a fire starter, have a magnifying glass and a compass. Now this compass obviously doesn't work very good, but it's, you know, in a pinch. Then we have another, this is another canoper screwdriver. You can use this one for glasses, so I like that if we needed to screw in the screws with glasses. This one also has a set of tweezers. Now this set of tweezers is kind of janky, so I carry the separate tweezers. And then it's got a pick. And then a sharpener right here. So it's just nice to have kind of a little something something on the go. And again, that lid right here and this slip pocket right here. And now we're in the back section right here. So I have a glasses wipe. I have the hair stuff for my girls, so we've got hair clips, clear hair ties, and then this one also has a whistle, you guys. And the reason this one has a whistle is I teach first aid and CPR in my spare time because working 60 to 90 hours a week is not enough. And I love teaching to adult learners, but in that I teach people that if you are in a true emergency, you can blow a whistle for a lot longer than you can scream for, and a whistle is heard for a further distance than your voice. So in a true emergency, it's better to blow a whistle than it is to scream. Or more effective, I should say. Then I have the liquid IV. I have a couple of those Purell hand sanitizers. I have a mini first aid kit. Now this one's open because I did add some more bandages to this. I added a triple back ointment. I added some alcohol prep pads, and I added some nitrile gloves. I also added those thermometers, the disposable thermometers to that. This, you guys, this is a mini sewing kit. So it's always good to have a little sewing kit on the go. Our daughter's in ballet. I can't tell you how many times we've had to repair something. And then this is the disposable toilet seat cover. So in the other pouch, I only had one disposable toilet seat cover. This is a package of them, so I'm able to carry a little bit more. And then this is another thing that's different. Oh, I have another Purell hand sanitizer in there. This is another thing that's different in this package. So I love these, you guys. These are huge. They're cooling wiping towels. Now you can do this with a baby wipe. I have given my children baby wipe down so many times after sports activities or whatever in the heat. Even myself, I can't stand to be hot, you guys. I live in California. It's the wrong place to live. I don't like the heat. 62 to 68 degrees is my perfect weather. But anyways, this is a cooling wipe. So it is like a giant, and we're talking big, you guys, baby wipe, but it also has menthol in it, so it is cooling. It's a slightly fragrance. My kids have very sensitive skin, but they're not sensitive to this. So if they were very sweaty and they needed to wipe off, I could actually use this for both of them. Use half for one of the girls and half for the other, and refresh them. So let's say we have to go from soccer to a friend's house, or I have to go to soccer, do some running around, and they can't come home and shower right away. This is very, very helpful for them. So loving these. And that's what was in this pouch right here. So give me a second, we're gonna go over what was different in this pouch than the other pouch. Okay, so this is what was extra in this pouch, in the pouch that we just went through than the first one we looked at. So we have the cooling wipe, we have the sewing kit, we have the eyeglass cleaner, we have more face wipes, we have the little baby wipe package, we have the eye drops. And then the only reason I pulled this out, so this has everything the same except it has a set of contacts for my daughter in it as well. So we have her contacts there. This is a much more comprehensive first aid kit to go. And then I have a full pack of the toilet seat covers instead of just one. But other than that, everything else is the same, right? I may be carrying more in this package, but the items are exactly the same. Bonus feature, you guys. So this is an example of another pouch that I like to carry. Let's say you're not into all the little compartments. You just want one main bag to carry your stuff. I love this one. Now this one's not packed up with the kind of stuff I was talking about, just holding a bunch of gobbledygook, right? But like sometimes I love to carry this. This is our more extensive mini first aid kit. Keep Going First Aid is the best, you guys. I teach injury prevention of first aid. This is my favorite pre-packed brand. But this is another thing you could think about carrying with you. And then these, you guys, sometimes if I'm carrying a larger pouch like this without sections, I love to carry these. Now, again, I have two little girls, so this is nice. This has a pair of panties, has a panty liner, it has a wipe, and it has a bag. So that's just kind of a little extra sometimes I carry with me. Another thing that we carry on the go sometimes are these mosquito/bug bands. Are they as good as a traditional bug spray? No, but do they work in a pinch? Yes. So these are really easy. You can put them on your wrist. You can put them around your ankle. Our daughter, actually, they expand pretty good. She put it around her neck one time. It was a little bit concerning, but it wasn't tight. So you can wear these. So I do carry these sometimes. But again, this is just an example of another type of pouch. But again, you can pack in anything that you have, you guys. It doesn't have to be sectioned. It doesn't have to have compartments. Just anything you can hold your stuff in. Well, if you stuck with me this long, thank you so much for being here. I would love to hear from you guys down in the comments below. Do you pack something in your urban everyday carry that I don't have that you think that I should pack? Because, you know, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we're missing until someone's like, hey, and you're like, oh, that's such a good idea. So I am here for you guys. I'm here for all your ideas. And if you've seen something inside one of these bags that you didn't think about carrying that you're now going to add to your everyday carry, please let me know down in the comment box below. But that's it for me, you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you like what I'm doing, please go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.